Hello, shipmates. Today I'm going to speak about a subject I'm very passionate about. It's a problem in your Navy, it's a problem in my Navy, and it needs to stop. The problem is sexual assault. Sexual assaults happen every day, among all ranks, and it affects everyone, men and women.
This is almost very difficult to comprehend, but on any given day, as many as 3 individuals in our Navy and Marine Corps are sexually assaulted. And you know, that number is probably low. Many assaults go unreported. The majority of assaults are blue on blue. Think about it. Our shipmates are committing crimes against other shipmates, and that goes against everything we stand for as sailors. Sexual assault is a crime, and it causes terrible personal pain. It lowers team morale, and it undermines the very unit cohesion for which we all strive. It's very real, it's destructive, and I will tell you, it has no place in our Navy.
A sexual assault is an attack on a fellow sailor. Now think about that. It's an attack against those that we go to sea with and fight together with. Its effects are far-reaching. It also affects the readiness of our entire Navy. As sailors, we need to look out for our shipmates, at sea, on shore, on duty, and on liberty, all the time. We need to get to the left of this and prevent sexual assaults. Each of you needs to be our first line of defense. As we watch this video, we need to ask ourselves, do we treat everyone with the respect and professionalism that we expect to get? Do we have the courage to intervene if we see a shipmate heading down a dangerous path?
Danger. Warning. Danger.
This is not my room.
Well, I guess it started when I first met him, right when I came on board. It was my first ship. I was really excited, but trying not to be too obvious about it.
Petty Officer Walsh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Conway seemed sweet.
Hi there.
Beck, confident, very sure of himself. And Pope sort of reminded me of my middle brother Taylor, just a real piece of work.
I'd like to get me some of that. Bet she's DTF.
Hey, come on, man. You wouldn't know what to do with a girl if she fell in your lap.
Oh, and you do?
You're damn right. I make a real sailor out of her.
Like you'd even have a shot at a woman like that. I mean, she's cute, not just boat cute.
$100 says I do.
Easy money.
I was just messing with Pope about the $100. Now it's blown up into this huge deal.
The bet wasn't even my idea. Besides, bet or no bet, Beck pretty much gets whatever he wants.
You go on Liberty with Beck, something's gonna go down. The time before it was Key West. Yeah, Key West. I'm telling you, man, it was a 6-foot boat.
No way.
Yeah, the guy welded it out of scrap metal. And Beck and I go back about a year and a half. And made it all the way to Miami. Pope came aboard just before Key West. Beck was always smooth, very smooth. Pope, not so much. Sometimes we had to keep an eye on Pope. Kinda protect him from himself. Anyway, Beck was a chick magnet. Wow. I'm talking about him in the past tense. It's weird, but I don't talk to him anymore. I'm not even sure where he is these days.
It was great being underway. Everyone on the ship seemed really cool, professional. I was trying to get up to speed and knock out my quals. Right away, Beck offered to mentor me, so I was grateful. At first, he seemed cool, really helpful. Besides, he really knew his stuff. I told him about my uncle, who was a retired Command Master Chief. He's the one who got me really fired up about the Navy.
Master Chief Walsh. And I can help you with that. I know everything there is to know around here. No. Hey. Watch out for some of the dudes around here. I got your back, but when I'm not around...
I grew up with 3 brothers. Trust me, I have never had a hard time putting a guy in his place before.
I've got your back. Yeah, right.
When I was around her, she seemed friendly, but reserved, you know? Like, she wanted her space, and that's fine. She had a boyfriend. Serious, I think. But, Beck zeroed in on her anyway.
That's him.
He's adorable.
I know, right? He wants to be a golf pro, but he's not very good.
How long have you guys been together?
A couple years.
You guys are so lucky.
I know.
Well, I gotta go on watch, so I'll see you later.
Okay.
Who's that?
My fiance. Well, boyfriend, technically.
Let me see.
Come on. Come on.
Hey, come on, man, give it back.
Okay. Almost engaged? Give me a break. He was just some picture on her phone.
Sure, Beck was my LPO, and he was giving me a lot of his time, but I don't know, he started to get kind of in my space.
Side remove, top side. Yeah.
Beck may have been trying to help her fit in, but something was off.
I really didn't like being touched like that. I probably should have told him to take his hand off me, or removed it myself. Something. I don't know, Chief seemed to notice, but he didn't say anything. Maybe I was just being too sensitive.
I hate that sensitive crap. She's the one that wanted to work with a bunch of dudes.
Pull it up, zip it up.
After a while, it kind of started to creep me out.
Just kinda go.
I kind of tried to talk to Caldwell about it, but I didn't want her to think that I couldn't cut it. Besides, Beck was such a great LPO. How could I complain about him?
Amazing timing.
I know, right?
Score!
Dude. What?
What's wrong with you?
Do panties scare you, Conway?
Come on, man. Get the hell off.
Seriously, grow up. That whole thing really just set me off. Beck was getting to be a real dick. I wanted to talk to her, warn her maybe. Walsh, hold up. But she seemed embarrassed. And me? I was holding her freaking underwear. Guess I was kind of shy around her. Well, being underway is great, but you never get a break, you know?
Yeah, I will not mind setting foot on dry land, at least for a day or two.
So is everything okay?
Yeah, fine.
How's the How's the mentoring going?
It's okay. Helpful, but kind of intense, you know?
Okay.
But it's all good.
I guess I could have just asked her outright, is Beck bothering you or not? Or, she could have told me that he was making her feel uncomfortable, but she didn't. So I figured either she was not bothered by it, or she was taking care of it herself, and there was no reason for me to get in the middle of it.
Maybe I should have come right out and said something, but Conway's a first class like Beck. They're buddies. Got each other's backs and all. Besides, we all work together. I didn't want things to get weird.
And Norfolk, and I had a family friend whose kids.
But it got to the point where people had to notice.
FC2 Pope.
I guess I just figured things were okay between Beck and Walsh.
Weekend, it's gonna be
That is until I heard Beck and Pope talking about this big party they were planning.
Nice. Sucks you're gonna have to work for it, though. Walsh is coming to the party, so, you know.
whatever, dude.
You're just mad I'm gonna win the bet. I can take your money now, or we can pay up first thing Sunday morning.
We never shook on it, man.
Maybe not first thing, if you know what I mean.
Really, Beck?
What?
Is this gonna be Key West all over again?
Chill out, man. Nothing happened that night. And hey, man, I'm surprised you even remember.
I may not remember it all, but I remember enough.
Ladies, Lauren and I are gonna get some air.
Your friend, is she okay?
Oh, she's fine.
I don't know. She looks kind of wasted. Okay, I'd had a few. I was relaxed. I was having a good time. I thought about sending Pope to check on Beck. Or checking on him myself. I don't know. Another part of me didn't want to get in Beck's business. Still, that girl seemed awful young. And really drunk.
So what? She said she was 18. She wanted to party.
Yeah. Young, old. Beck got all the girls. All of them.
Besides, nothing happened and Conway knows it. Hey, maybe he was just jealous.
Yeah, well, that was then. As far as I could tell, Walsh had no interest in Beck. And since Beck wasn't getting the message, I decided I had to say something.
Chief, ma'am, may I speak with you for a moment?
Of course, Conway. Everything okay?
Yes, ma'am. Well, no, not really. Well, I'm a little concerned about some things I've seen between Beck and Walsh.
Are they in some sort of relationship?
No, not that. I think Beck has his sights set on Walsh, and it's hard to explain, but I just don't like what I'm seeing.
There have been a few times where I thought that Beck was being a little too friendly with Walsh, but she never said anything about it to me, and I've seen her stand up for herself more than once with you guys. I'll talk to Beck about it.
Thanks, Chief. Ma'am.
I was paranoid that Beck would think I ratted him out to the chain. Maybe I did, but I wasn't trying to get him in trouble. I was just trying to get the message through to him more than anything.
Beck.
Chief?
Word on the ship is that you're being a little too friendly with Walsh.
I'm her mentor, Chief. It's my job to help
I've
her.
seen you mentor her, Beck. I don't see you mentoring any of the guys around here like that, getting all up close and personal.
What kind of crap did you tell Chief?
Look, man, I had to say something.
Like hell. I thought you had my back, man. I don't need them in my shit.
Well, then lay off Walsh. And all that crap about Liberty.
Yeah, well, when I need a cock block, I'll call you.
Who goes complaining like that? Does Conway even know how hard I worked in that shop? Or even give a shit?
If he was pissed, he was pissed. Look, if he were my friend, he would have listened to me. Or never put me in that position in the first place.
I just wanted to check in to see how you're doing.
It's definitely been an experience. I'm learning a lot. I really appreciated Ensign Wyatt talking to me.
You do have a great teacher. Beck is our Sea Whiz ace.
Part of me wondered, was there something she wasn't telling me? Like she knew about Beck? And if she did, how come she said Beck was so great?
Yeah, it's a tough environment. Guns and guys all day long. But I think it's gonna make you a strong sailor.
Everything is okay though, really.
If you need anything, my door is always open.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyway, by that time I figured what I needed was a break. Liberty sounded pretty good.
Liberty was coming up. I figured I'd done as much as I could to make sure Beck got the message. Beck and I usually shared a room on Liberty. But this time I found out he had different plans.
Dude, chill. Popey here will find you a bunkmate. I already booked the king size, and you know, 3's a crowd.
So what are you saying?
Always so uptight, man. Liberty's gonna do you some good.
And I guess it did. For a while, anyway. Everybody was having a good time.
Yeah, I knew I shouldn't have been drinking underage and definitely not that much. But I was having a good time for once and I just kind of lost track. I'd been so focused underway. I just didn't want everyone to think I was uptight.
Hey, she was letting me know she was game. I mean, she drank everything I gave her.
Looking back, I just can't believe it. You know, how could I be so stupid? It's just, there were so many of us there. What could go wrong?
I know I should have said something. She was barely 20. But I just didn't want to make that my problem. Besides, Beck seemed to be keeping himself in check. I figured Walsh knew what she was doing, so I relaxed. I don't know what to say, other than at some point, I noticed they were both gone.
Oh, so what? Yeah, Beck scores again. I mean, she wouldn't have gone with him if she didn't want to.
I need to call my boyfriend.
Yeah, we will. Yeah. We'll call him. We're almost to the room.
I can't find my phone.
It's okay. We'll
Need to
find it. We'll
call my
find it. I'll just take you to the room.
This is not my room.
I barely remember getting back to the ship. The next day, I just wanted to stay in my rack. I didn't want to talk to anyone, tell anyone, not even Caldwell. I guess I felt ashamed more than anything. And then I went to medical. And everyone was really nice to me, but no one should have to go through an exam like that. I couldn't sleep. I wanted to crawl in a hole and disappear.
I wanted to talk to her, but I don't know. She kind of had a wall up.
I didn't do anything to deserve what happened. At first, I felt guilty for drinking and letting my guard down, but it didn't take long for me to get really mad. You know, what if he did this to someone else? Something had to be done. So I worked up the courage and I filed an unrestricted report, meaning they would find out about my drinking.
I kept thinking I let her down. Anyway, Beck got pulled off the ship and we got buried with work. just slammed.
I tried, but I couldn't concentrate on work. You know, after a while, it just seemed so hard being there. And I know some people blame me.
She was the one that seduced Tim. Wasn't his fault. Girls are always pulling that kind of crap. Lying and shit. It's just her word against his, right? Anyway, now Beck's gone. Conway's a rat. To tell you the truth, things just suck.
I needed to go somewhere else. I needed a fresh start. So I asked to be transferred.
When I asked Beck about what happened that night,
Beck, what happened the other night, man?
he shut me down. Anyhow, he wasn't around for very long after that.
Hey, I worked hard to be the LPO. They may have sent me away for a while, but after this crap is sorted out, just wait. I'm gonna be chief. I'm gonna be chief.
We're headed to an Article 32. So what that means is that when we walk into the room, there'll be an investigating officer and they'll be talking about the charges right here. These charges consist of Article 120, which is sexual assault, and then dealing those, he will be looking at the evidence and determining whether or not the case should go forward.
I've tried to move on, but with the court-martial, my stomach's in knots just thinking about it. I don't know. Sometimes I think I should just drop the whole thing. You know, what's the point? Who's gonna believe me? And it's not like you can take something like this back. My boyfriend and I broke up. It's not his fault, but I couldn't really let him get close to me. Anyone, really.
I sent her some emails, but she didn't answer. I hope she's okay.
I still want to be in the Navy, though. My new command's really supporting me, and this counseling's been great. It's helping me understand that this is not my fault. It's still tough. Mostly, I don't see anybody, talk to anybody. All I do is work. Like I can just work myself out of this place I'm in. I'm not worse. I'm not better. I'm just different. Definitely wiser.
I didn't do enough. None of us did enough. Lately, I keep thinking about Key West.
Ladies, Lauren and I are gonna get some air.
What are you doing? I did the right thing. That time.
With your effort and focus, I know we can resolve this. Every single sailor watching needs to pay attention, and we all need to be mindful of the problem and get involved if needed. Together, we can beat this problem. It's up to every one of us. We need to take responsibility for ourselves and always consider the consequences of our actions. And we've got to step up when we see something is wrong. We've got to have the courage to get involved and to intervene before something bad occurs.
If you're not sure about a situation, ask yourself whether it violates our core values and the professionalism for which you and I strive. If it doesn't look right to you, it probably isn't, and you need to have the courage to intervene. You must stand up and do the right thing, and that doesn't mean protecting your buddy if what they're doing or did is wrong. And if an assault occurs, we must, I repeat, we must help the victim. They're not just a number, they're a person.
If you've been the victim of a sexual assault, I want you to know that we're committed to your well-being. You have multiple avenues for reporting, and you have many resources at your fingertips for care and for counseling. We want you to get help, and we want you to remain a vital part of our team. We will support you. In closing, shipmates, it's up to all of us to declare and commit that we will not tolerate sexual assaults in our Navy. In order to remain the world's premier maritime force, I need you to honor our Navy's core values, and I need you to watch out for your shipmates. By working together as leaders, as sailors, and as human beings, we're going to eliminate this crime from our Navy. It's up to us to turn the trend. Thank you for your service, and I'll see you out in the fleet.